That's a fact. That's where you want to sit. No, I'm 14, so I got. All I ask is that you talk loud and clear, be ugly and have fun. Live? More live? We're live. We're live right now? Live. One final check-in. All right. All right. What's up, everybody? You tuned in with Vitamin D with the T, and it's your girl D. And today, we are here with someone who has known me my whole entire life. She actually knew me before I was even came into this world, and she was around before I was even thought about. This is my sister. Yes, you guys, and this is real blood sister. Okay, grew up in the same household.
We're in the same room.
Shared the same club.
Wore
a lot of her shit.
It wasn't shared.
Well, the shit was worn. Here we are today, and I appreciate that. She better be glad I turned out better than her, because it would have been fucked up. Like, it would have been fucked up if I was still working on stage.
Yeah, the girls do it.
Right. And I be teaching that too, though. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you. But yes, this is my sister. But first, I wanted her to just introduce herself and tell the people a little bit about your business. Go ahead, throw a little promo out there.
Okay, everybody. My name is Alexandria, aka Al, Queen, Dree, Alex, all of you know. I'm the owner of a few different business ventures. Queenergy Spiritual Self-Care, where I do like pop-up self-care parties, pop-up markets where I sell like sage, crystals, incense, bath salt, all that kind of stuff. And then I also have Queenergy Accounting Solutions, where I provide small businesses with accounting services, grant writing services, consulting, that type of thing. I'm a jack of all trades. Like,
she's real smart.
Yeah, I'm real smart. You know, I'm real smart.
Real smart. She's real smart, y'all. Tell her what else she do. She work with dead people, y'all. She's a mortician. She can do that.
I can do that. I don't do that.
Yeah,
I went
but
to
she can do
school. Yeah, I went to the Cincinnati College of Mortuary Science, class of 2011. I am an embalmer and funeral director. That's something I decide I want to do.
She's good at science.
I love science and math. Oh, I get drunk. You might as well be watching Nat Geo or something, because you about to learn some shit. You about to learn some shit. Yeah, I'm a science buff. I love numbers. I think in numbers. Like, you give me a number, if she give me a number right now, I'll remember it at the end of this episode.
I call her for anybody's phone number, anybody's birthday,
Zip code, social security number.
license plate.
Yeah, all that.
Well, we had decided that we were going to talk about something today, but we were trying to figure out the words of it. And this don't just go for black people. This can go for anybody who feels like they've experienced a situation like this. Because I'm sure it's been white people who've just grown up in urban areas who naturally are who they are. And they got white people who they know who tell them, like, you act black. You feel what I'm saying? So don't nobody take offense. We're black, so we're speaking on what we know and how we feel. Yeah.
And who are y'all to tell me what our experience is? So.
Fact, and vice versa. And vice versa. So that's just a little bit of what we're going to be getting into today. So one of the questions I wanted to ask you, how has that been like growing up? I'm going to get to how it's been for me after you get into it, but how has that been growing up and people telling you, like, you act white, you sound white? How does that make you feel? And give me some of your experiences and some things you remember with it.
To me, it's like, I don't see the good in anybody telling me I act white. Because it's like, first of all, what the fuck is acting white? I don't know, like, mommy, our mom, she did her best to, like, keep me in good schools because I was smart. And she used addresses that wasn't necessarily ours, so she would catch up. And I was in 13 different schools, from kindergarten to graduation, because a lot of times I would be outside of my district, we'd get caught, and I had to switch schools. So she put me in, like, white settings because the education was better. And with that, I was never white enough for the white kids, but when I came home and I went back to my neighborhood that wasn't white, I was too white for the black kids. So I never really, like, fit in. Like, even my cousin, Ron Booty, would call me white girl because I had, like, Spice Girl stickers and NSYNC shirts and shit. Like, but that's what I do.
And that's what you like. It ain't my thing is it's black people and Spice Girls.
Yes.
You feel me? So
she's the baddest one. She the baddest.
She's gorgeous.
Yes. So, I mean, it's like, I get, and I still get it, like, even now, it wasn't until, like, COVID hit, y'all, and I ain't even exaggerating, that I, like, really was like, okay, fuck what other people think about me. This is who I am. I'm about to start embracing who I am as a person. Like, y'all can say I speak white, whatever, but this is who I am, and all of my experiences up until this point made me that person.
Right.
Like, I went to an interview at this funeral home a few years ago, and it was a black-owned funeral home. Shout out to McCall Funeral Home. I didn't get the job, but he gave me, like, some great insight. At the end, he told me, you speak the Queen's language very well. Don't let anybody ever tell you you speak anything other than the Queen's language. And I'm like, you're right. I speak the Queen's language. Right. And it's like, speaking, like, proper English and liking certain shit don't make me a white person. It's just me and how I was brought up.
That's how I feel about it.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, that's how I feel about it. Like, my whole thing about that is, like, the other day me and my baby daddy was talking about it, and he was like, he said something like, yeah, he said, what a dirty black people did. I'm like, what the fuck type shit is that, bro? But why black people gotta be in a dirty category? My whole thing when it comes to that, a person is a person, bruh. How, and this is just talking, how y'all know white people ain't talking black? How do we know white people are not talking black, bruh? This is how we talk. You know what I'm saying? How do we know that? So who's to say? That's how I feel when it comes to that shit, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like just the world people have got so used to, like, separating shit and, like, just separating and discriminating low-key. You know what I'm saying? In certain situations, like, because my thing is, bruh, I even have to realize this shit too, bruh. You know shit, I'm your sister. I also grew up around white people. Had a lot of white friends growing up. Do not have as many white friends now. When I look back on it, I regret having a lot of you white friends. You bitches was racist for real.
Baby.
Y'all was racist as fuck for real.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole, no offense to black people, not trying to be funny, I ain't trying to be rude. Bitch saying shit like that, bitch, you're being rude, bitch. The whole, I want to have mixed babies because of their hair and shit. I've heard it all being friends with them white hoes, yeah. And I ain't saying white hoes shit, you black hoes done done me wrong, all you hoes done did me wrong. You know what I'm saying? But we talking about this tonight, bro. Shit. I love a lot of my white friends that I had, but it's a lot of you hoes that was on some racist, ignorant ass shit who never fucking deserved my motherfucking presence. You know what I'm saying? Like, and as I get older, I be realizing that shit, and I be regretting that shit, but like you say, bro, we got to learn to embrace who we is, and that shit made us who we are. My thing is, I needed to go through that shit. Think about it if I was just born how I was today, and today. I would be ghetto. I needed that balance to where I can click it on and click it off.
Definitely, like, help me with jobs and shit. Like,
yes.
I ain't even, like, not to even be like,
we can talk about it. I've had over 30 jobs. Talk about it.
I'll switch it in a minute. My name's Alexandria. Yeah, and I show up black as fuck with
Okay.
dreads.
That was one of my questions. That was one of my questions.
He's like, wait a minute. But yeah, like it's definitely like I've had people be shocked. Like my white voice on the phone.
Right.
You ever seen that movie Sorry to Bother You? I'm on that. Watch that shit when you get home.
Okay, where can I watch it at?
It's
I Google it.
It's on one of the streaming things. It's on there right now.
Okay, well, that you just wrapped that up, so I'm going to skip down to like question number 5. What did you tell them your race is on your job application?
African American.
Well, sometimes I like to surprise people. Just to say.
Prefer not to answer?
Hell no, sometimes, yes, I be lying. Sometimes I put white or
It's not
anything.
even like.
It's whoever I think I am.
If you can pick your motherfucking gender, we should be able to pick
our race.
Application. And if the race don't matter, like they say it don't,
then why ask about it?
Why is it on application?
Why is it on application? Shit. So that was one of my questions. So you put African American?
Yeah.
Okay then, that's what's up. She's honest about it. That's what's up. She's telling them motherfuckers.
About all the truth they getting on my
right. Okay, yeah.
Depending on what I put down, if fuck around and call her for reference.
Your girl started a new job, and I love my new job because it does have great pay. It's some shit I never did before in my life.
Y'all, my
It's
sister
like the count shit.
text me and be like, can you tell me how to move this column and add this to this spreadsheet? Like, I'm doing my own job.
Girl, they keep talking about code 517 something. Okay, so basically what I do is I am working for Toyota and the leasing people who are bringing their cars back.
Oh, cool.
So basically we are in. The lady earlier was talking shit. I just started a week ago, and they threw me in some people's training class. We've been here since 7 years. They're in a refresher today. They are in a refresher. I guess they've been doing it. Because I asked them, like, how long have y'all been here? Like, it was like since February. Because I'm like, what is this? They're like, this is a refresher.
That's good, though, because jobs don't do that.
Yeah,
They will throw you into some shit.
Right. So, but basically, it's some shit. I'm gonna get with it, you know what I'm saying, but with her help. And I'm just a hands-on type person. You know what I'm saying? I'm a hands-on type person, so I got to fucking be hands-on with this shit. So well, I guess since you've been African American, do you think jobs look at African Americans? Do you think they look at your race?
Yes. I've been the only black person at several jobs. And I've worked in HR at a job before, and that shit matters. And there was one job in particular that I was fucking up. I did not want to be there. But my team at GE was being laid off, so I went and found like this in-between job, and I was fucking up. And the owner told my manager that firing Alex is different than firing somebody like Nick. Nick was a white male. Alex was the only nigga up in there. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's, you gonna fire the only black person? Is it because I'm black? But also, like, there is affirmative action. There are, like, different, like, tax advantages that come to having, like, people of color. Even in my grant writing, like, I've run into a whole lot of grant money that white people want, but they don't qualify for. You have no black people on your board. You have no black employees. You don't serve black people. They're not going to give you money when they're trying to advance people of color. Like this. So they definitely look at that. Like a lot of times, I used to.
They probably putting that shit too, because the government probably needs issues of that shit, bro.
Yeah. So like back in the day when I used to tell them, like, I don't want to go to another school. I'm tired of being the only black person. She was like, well, you'll be the chosen one. You'll be the prize. You the prize when you're the only black girl. And it's like, not for real.
Right.
Like, because you dealt with, like, I'm not trying to be racist. And do you wash your hair? I heard black people this. I heard black people that. So it's like, and that shit does not change.
Like, what dog?
Even as an adult, being the only black person in the office, like, is it racist if I say this? Like, bitch, you're being racist.
Bitch, yeah. It is. If you're asking if something racist is racist. And what I need racist people to understand is anybody racist is seeing it, that shit hurtful as fuck, it's mean as fuck, and it's rude as fuck. I ain't about to sit up saying no extra shit about it. Fuck, it's rude, it's hurtful, it's disrespectful, and it's fucking ignorant. Period, point blank. To sit there and go bully somebody because they're darker and you think you be better than somebody, and I know we seeing a little white hoe here, white hoe joke there, but fuck all that. We done been treated like shit for the past years. Disrespected, disregarded, and literally treated like shit.
I mean, we got generations that are still alive that was doing fucked up shit. Like our
Right.
grandma that's still alive and golfing and playing tennis, like very much alive, dealt with city and segregation and shit. So this shit ain't.
And our granny don't like to talk about the shit, so we'll never fucking know.
Oh yeah, she'll say she don't remember.
Yeah,
like,
we will never fucking get to really hear the stories about the shit, bro. So the shit is fucking hurtful, bro. So anybody who fucking racist or any of white girls who be sitting there dating our black men and think you can disrespect them when you get mad, bitch, you ain't shit.
They
Anybody
don't
ain't shit,
like
bro.
black men, they like black dick.
Yeah, bro.
You like black dick, you gotta like black issues.
Right. And you
Like,
can't get mad and be racist. But, shit, had to throw that out there. That was just a sad bar, bro. We don't play that shit over here, bro. And we talking, this is me and my sister talking, and we just so happen to be getting video recorded. When we step our ass out into the motherfucking public, we respect every human being. We don't look at nobody differently. We look at people as the way they are acting. We judge them by their character. Period. We ain't out here, yeah, it's black people fucked up too. Fucking, they crazy as hell. Shit, but y'all gotta understand. Shit, we don't get chances. Motherfuckers feel like we don't feel no pain. I think that's the craziest shit ever. The doctors feel like we feel different amount of pain than white people. Like,
Speaking of, so I know we're getting all off track, but
okay, this is my shit. We get to do that around here.
I like this. You know I done had migraines since I was 9, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
They started like picking up this summer, and I'm like, what the fuck is it? Is it the weather? Now I know Cincinnati is the #1 worst city in the country for migraines.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, you gotta think we got like a lot of pollution. We got P&G, we got GE, we got all the manufacturers putting all that bullshit in the air. So that's one, and then like our atmosphere and climate and like air quality is shit here. So my migraines is picking up. I'm like, maybe it's the weather. I have been outside a lot more. Like I've been doing a whole lot of outdoorsy shit. What the fuck is going on? So I go to the doctor and I'm like, I want an MRI because I done been coming to you for years. I've been like, if you go through my chart, any doctor I ever been to, like migraines have been mentioned and treated. I don't do that medicine shit. I need to know what's wrong so I can figure out how to fix it.
Right.
So she's like, well, what are your symptoms? So I'm like, telling her my symptoms, like nauseous, this, that. So the bitch gives me nausea medication. She tells me come back in 6 weeks. And I'm like, what the fuck is this gonna do for a migraine? You know, my migraines ain't no joke. Like, I'm in bed, no sound, no light, nothing. I can't be a mom. I can't.
And bitch, I'm saying, hey, what the fuck they got to do? I mean, I get it that sometimes a migraine will make you nauseous, but what do me telling you my head hurt got to do with nausea?
And I told her my nausea is actually a good sign for me and my migraines because when my nausea comes, when I throw up, some of that pressure is relieved, and that's when it starts going like. All my symptoms like lessen. I'm like, okay, I'm about to start feeling better. So that's the least of my concern. So 6 weeks come and go. I'm like, I'm not going back to this bitch. So I start a food journal. I'm like, well, let me see if it's something I'm eating. I'm thinking it's gluten. So I cut that. Still haven't had it. I'm like, what the fuck? So it's like red wine. I ain't been drinking for real. Pickles. You know I'm fuck with pickles.
Right.
I'm just about to tell you all the shit that's
That shit good.
Bean paste. Kimchi, onions, I just gotta stop at onions. You know it's a fucking onion.
Right.
I eat onions breakfast, lunch,
That
and
funky
dinner.
grass shit. I heard my mama love that.
When I was little, my grandma would peel the skin off an onion and I would eat that shit like an apple. I love onions. So I'm like, maybe it's onions. I'm gonna stop. So I started one day, me and Ryan went out to eat and I'm like, no onions in my omelet. It didn't taste all that great, but
you ain't no
the
headache.
next day I didn't have a headache. So I'm like, I'm not going to eat them again. So every day went by that I didn't eat onions, I didn't have a headache. So it's been 3 weeks and 3 days, no headache. So I'm like, okay, it was onions. So I do my research, and it's a chemical in onions called pyramine or tyramine or some shit. It's like, my body can't break it down. And it's also in a lot of alcohol. And that's why I can't drink like I used to. Like, my tipsy now is like hangover. Like, I'm sweating, my ears and nose fogging and shit. Like, my body just can't break down shit like it used to. And it's like, bitch, I've been coming to you for years. I've been telling you I'm in pain. You never thought to say, well, let's look at your diet. Let's do a food sensitivity test. Let's do this. You want me to keep coming back. Meanwhile, I'm in pain. But I'm in, like, literal pain while I'm in this motherfucker. And then you're like, oh, your blood pressure's high. Bitch, I'm in pain.
I'm stressed out, ho.
Yeah, like, these doctors don't listen.
Okay, doctor. And then my doctor, I know when we had our interview, baby girl, I got to contact you because our stuff recorded and know it. But any other doctors other than her listening to this, listen to what she's saying. Listen to your black patient.
Yeah, and that's why I don't take medication, because it's like, if you're not going to take the time to hear me, fuck what you trying to give me. I don't trust you enough because you don't know enough about me to put something in my body. And one thing my dad told me before he passed away is like, if you got a problem and you can, cut it out. Don't put nothing in your body. And This is a man that was like doing a clinical trial chemo, trying to like help other people in his treatment. And he told me like, don't do it. But they don't fucking listen. And it's like, I go to the doctor just for like what's wrong, and then I'll treat it myself. But it's like, at this point, you bitches don't even listen.
Yeah, I don't listen.
Like, and we are black women. We're strong because we have to be, not because we want to be. I don't want to be strong all the time.
We don't want to be
soft.
strong.
I'm delicate. I'm feminine.
Like
to
cook.
Love to cook. Love to like walk around in fuzzy socks and shit. Like, I don't want to be strong all the time. And I think people are so used to us being like strong and feel like we can take shit, and we shouldn't have to. We say it all the time. No offense to white people, even though that's the racist shit that we can. No offense to white people.
But it don't count. I hate to say it, but we going off our experience. If you got a problem, go there and make a podcast and tell your story. Go ahead.
I know a lot of white women that could not handle the shit that we can handle. And they're like, I don't know how you do it.
I went to school with a girl. Her white mom just was struggling for a little minute of her life. That woman went and stole $30,000 from the PTA, bro. $30,000 just because she was struggling because she got laid off from her job and she felt like shit was got to fucking because she got laid off. That bitch, and me and that bitch ended up having to go to jail, lost her family in some motion. So that's what the fuck we talking about. We lose our job. We're fucking gonna sleep in that next day, and by that day after, we're up fucking in interviews. We got motherfuckers calling our phone as we pulling out and losing our motherfucking job out of the parking lot. So, some shit is just not related. Some shit, some people, I ain't about to care and say white people, some shit just some people won't understand. Shit. Black women, some strong ass women, bruh. And shout out to every black woman watching this episode, bruh. Period. Every black woman that made us. Your mama, your grandma, everybody. Shout out to all of us, bro, because we get up and we do this shit every goddamn day. Shit. Y'all do it too, but I ain't talking about you. But yeah, man, that's crazy because one day, bro, my fucking doctor did that shit to me. I'm like, bro, I got anxiety. Like, I just be thinking crazy shit. Like, I just be thinking something bad is going to happen. Like, be in the car, just feel like the car gonna crash into me, feel like somebody gonna crash into me. You know what I'm saying? Feeling like if my baby got the window down, somebody can shoot us through the window. You get what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like, and I told the bitch, and she just like, I didn't think she was listening, so I'm looking at my charts when I leave, and she's like, yeah, that's very sad. She's been experiencing anxiety. Bitch.
Yeah, they don't listen. It's a problem.
You know, I ain't trying to be funny. You don't take medicine. I don't mind medicine. I will take the medicine. You feel what I'm saying? I'll go to medicine route. That shit don't bother me.
It's something about my body. Like, my body does not break down shit like it do for other people. And a lot of stuff just don't sit right with me, like, in my body, like, physically. But the doctors don't listen like they should. And we have to advocate for ourselves. Even though it sucks, because you're being paid well to, like, treat me, I shouldn't have to Google and come in here with journals and shit to tell you, hey, I found this. Do you think this is what it is? Can you treat that? Like, this is your job.
It's your job. Why am I having to come in here? And that's crazy that you say that, because there's so many times I go to the doctor and I be like, this is what the research that I found. I'm already going into the doctor telling them some shit because I know that they literally disregard what the fuck we feel. They disregard what we got to say. And you can look it up. Doctors feel like black people do not feel pain. We don't, I don't even know how to say it. The shit sounds so goddamn crazy. Do you know what I'm talking about, bruh? The shit sounds crazy, bruh. How do we not feel? We are human. How do we not feel pain?
Because, and I hate to take it there, but if you look at our history and you look at like what black people have overcome, and these are people that did this too. They didn't directly do it.
But these people did it to us.
They're of the people that did it to us. They wouldn't be able to survive that. So they're like, if they can deal with that, and they can get over that, even though they haven't, but they should, what is this thing? You know what I'm saying? And I think it's fucked up. It's a lot of pathology in our community, and we gotta advocate for ourselves. There's so many people that don't listen.
Last word of the day, pathology. Talk to me. Tell me what that means.
Pathology, I'm talking about like in the psyche, like in our bodies, like
right,
it's
okay.
just passed down. There's a lot of shit that we do and we've experienced that we gotta unpack, but this shit is like generational. Like stuff we experiencing is as a result, and I'm talking about like just like in the black family. Stuff me and you experienced is a result of what mommy experienced. And that's the result of what Brand experienced. And that's the result of what mama experienced. I don't even know mama's name, but what she experienced. You know what I'm saying?
Something that, what was it?
No, I don't know mama's mama name. I don't know her name.
Oh, no, me neither.
I don't know my great-great-grandma's name. But there's so much pathology in the black community that has to be, like, unpacked and addressed. And it hasn't, we're still in the, like, healing phase. And you got to heal from shit. And part of healing is, like, unpacking that and understanding what happened. Because you can't fix something if you don't know how it's broken.
Facts. I was just telling my son's dad about that shit because we was on the phone. We was talking about something. He was like, I just don't want to talk about this shit. This shit negative. I'm like, well, if you plan on moving past anything, we got to talk about this shit from the past. We got to talk about where we went wrong to see where we can't do that shit again. When you sweep shit under the rug, that's when you do not heal. You feel what I'm saying? When you just keep sweeping shit under the rug, you keep giving to a motherfucker. Y'all don't talk about y'all problems. When you do that, when y'all don't talk about y'all problems, you know what I'm saying? It don't get better. When you can just talk about stuff like me. My family thinks I'm a fucking high-head burrito. Me, I think I'm the most reasonable person in the family because I express how I feel right fucking then and there at that goddamn second. And I be cool in an hour. I be cool. I say how I feel.
I won't say that makes her reasonable. But she's definitely going to tell you how the fuck she feels. And you need that because, you know, with me, I hold shit in.
She holds it in, and then I drop a pin on her toe.
Oh, I'm a snap crack.
And she didn't snap on me for fucking smashing her finger a month ago. You know what I'm saying? Because she holds shit in. You know, you gotta let that shit out, y'all. They get over it. Do y'all get over it?
Yeah. One thing you taught me was like how to say no, and it's crazy because you don't like being told no, but you told me. Well, you know you can tell me no.
Okay.
No. She got mad.
But do I get over it?
She gets over it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. You be mad at that moment because everybody has emotions. Ain't nobody perfect enough not to feel nothing. How shitty would the world be with no emotion and shit?
It'd be a little calm and shit, but
fuck all of that.
It'd be boring.
Boring as hell. Literally, bruh. It'd be so boring. That's just like at a good school when a person gets into a fight, that shit is exciting. They don't see that shit.
Speaking of fights,
what?
I don't know what questions you got, but I binged Baddie South. And I don't know why people hate Krishan. I like Krishan.
I ain't gonna lie, I like Krishan too.
And I love people that can fight.
I like Krishan too, and Krishan remind me of myself when she be praying and shit. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
Like, she remind me of me when she be praying and shit. I like Krishan too. I just am a woman, and I see the shit that she be going through with her nigga, and I know that shit ain't gonna end well. You know what I'm saying? That
He
whole recording
definitely-
your whole life and shit, and like how upset she is with him. You gotta have your own self, cause I'm telling you right now, you put that much into a nigga, he going to know that, and he just don't know like, okay, all I gotta do is this, so this bitch keep doing this. You know what I'm saying?
Not just that, when you build your identity around one person, when they leave, what do you have?
What do you have?
You're less trying to like discover who you are and trying to figure out what you like and that kind of shit. So
Yes.
it's never a good idea to be like
that. But yeah, I do like her, but she cool as hell, and she done been through some shit. I definitely like her. And I was watching Blue Girls Club or whatever.
I haven't seen it.
Bruh, tap in, it's on YouTube. It's a good ass show. That's what really made me like her, bruh, and that's what made me like Blueface Baby. Like, he's a very respectful man. Like, he a respectful ass dude, bruh. Out of all the reality shows, bruh, he treated his hoes the best. And he didn't fuck with none of them hoes except for the I mean, that's what he said. But on the show, it was strictly just bad girl club type shit. Because all them hoes watering, all them hoes had carts full of shit. You don't see that shit with the other shows. You gotta bring your own shit.
And they be sharing and swapping shit.
Yeah,
they
that's
be
what I'm
pretty,
saying.
doing
They be
pretty
on
bad.
bum shit. Yeah. They be bum shit. Like, a lot of them hoes, I'm not trying to be funny. We couldn't just go stay in no half for 2 weeks. Bitch, we got a job. Like,
I think wondering about that.
yeah, bruh, we got a job, we got bills, all types of shit. Like, we can't just stop what we doing and go fucking out of town. Like, half the time them hoes be young. Like, now that we older and we listen, they be like 21, 22. Back when we was younger, that shit was older. Because you feel what I'm saying? But now it's like, bruh, them hoes young as hell, they still shit. Back when I was 21, hell yeah, when I was sleeping on your motherfucking couch, coming to your house drunk as fuck, hell yeah, I would've went on bad girl club.
All my body spray.
Yeah, all that one type shit. I used to, bruh, before I had my son, y'all, I was a real rock star. Before this body disease and shit. You feel me? I could out-drink anything in the world or anybody in the world. You feel what I'm saying? Used to have so much fun, live my best life rent-free. Used to live with my granny. I used to live with her. Couldn't really live with my mama. You know, that shit don't work. Sorry, mommy. That shit don't work living with your parent after a certain age, bro. It just don't work. It don't mush well. It don't work. But yeah, I like Rashawn too as a person. Like, and I be looking at her when I be seeing them videos. Like, bro, y'all, it ain't good that all that social media stuff putting everybody in every little move you make, bro. Some privacy is all right. Everybody ain't gotta know everything. Like, I be seeing like when motherfuckers be posting everything on Facebook. Like, bro, first of all, half of them don't give a fuck. That's like real shit. Another half is laughing at your ass. On top of the half that don't give a fuck.
And me, person like me that can't sleep, I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna see what's going on in so-and-so's world tonight.
Literally.
I ain't got shit going on, and this is interesting to me. Because I don't watch a whole lot of TV. I was disgusted at myself when I woke up this morning. Because I watched 8 goddamn episodes.
So that should be addicting though when you binge watching shit.
I don't watch TV. Like, I've been watching P-Valley. So that's an hour a week. That's like 46 minutes a week.
But you gotta watch Sista on BET Plus. I gotta give you my login. That shit good as hell. Listen to Robert Perry shit.
Is that the one with Brandy in it?
Nah.
Who was that with Brandy?
Oh, girl, I like that little show. They need to bring that show back. They said they're not bringing it back.
I saw the intro and I was like, I don't know. It looked like low, but it should have been on Tubi.
Well, they moved it to like Peacock. They moved it to one of them things.
It should be on the free one.
Yeah, they
you know,
did.
they got to log in.
Yeah. I like Tubi.
I do too. Tubi be having some shit on
That
there.
shit's free. Cause I'm like looking at my bank account. Right now I'm paying for Disney Plus. I'm paying for fucking BET Plus. I'm paying for Hulu.
I just told Ryan that I might as well have cable. I'm paying like $60 a month in subscriptions to watch shit.
Right. That's how I
Like,
feel.
it's ridiculous.
But shit, I still be watching cable because my mama got cable. I watch my cable.
Oh yeah, I know you be seeing me logged in on Stars and stuff on all of her apps.
Yeah. Nah, shit, I can't see that shit. It's so many people like logged in on that shit. We could never know. Motherfucker randomly text me like, Dad, what's your login information? Like, we really need, like, I was thinking of like starting like a community pot where everybody put like $5 in and we pay for the services, bruh. We just all have like a spreadsheet of the account info and boom, that's just what it is. You feel me?
We need to do that with a lot of shit in the black community. We need to come together and save some money.
That.
black dollar is powerful. One thing black people gonna do when they got money is spend it.
Yeah.
And we just work together and like collaborated more than we competed. Competed. I don't know if that's the word.
Collaborated more than we compete.
If we come together and collaborate more than we compete, that sounds better. We can go so far. Like we gotta work together, and that's one thing I can't say about the white people. They gonna stick together.
Bro, the white people, the foreigners, all the people but the black people.
Mexicans,
That's where we
everybody.
fucked up. We just is against each other.
That's a part of that pathology, though.
Yeah.
It's all in the pathology. Like, none of this shit happened overnight. Our people experienced a lot that shaped our minds and shit, and the way we move. But I think it's gonna take like a couple more generations. Gen Z.
What gen we on right now, Z?
Like, they different. Like, they do what the fuck they want to do, and they stand. I mean, they doing a lot of weird shit, I think, personally, but they also stand up, like, to their racist grandparents. I think it's gonna take, like, Gen Z, grandkids, shit gonna look a lot different, but I don't think we're gonna deal with, like, as much racism.
You right, though. You right. I feel like that as well, because, like you said, this shit dying off eventually. It ain't gonna be no motherfuckers that gonna know about it, because our kids gonna always know about our history, so you know what I'm saying? But it ain't gonna be that goddamn grandpa that's like, you're not gonna fucking know what the fuck racist is.
He's on his way out of there. Yeah. Like
and when you die, I ain't gonna.
The grandparents that was throwing shit.
I be doing, Lord.
One of y'all got a grandparent that threw shit at Ruby Bridges and them when they was starting school. That nigga about to die soon. Well, he's not a nigga, but that's like one of my favorite words. I'm trying to kill him.
Wait a minute, talk to me. Tell us who Ruby is before we go into our song and cocktail.
You know who Ruby Bridges is? She's like one of the first black girls to attend an all-white school when they like desegregated.
I feel like I low-key have heard about that. Okay.
If you didn't,
well, I watch the show. I do a little research.
Everybody learned about Lil Ruby.
I'm talking about doing a little research. This bitch told me to go back to 3rd grade, so I'm gonna look some shit up.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like,
we gonna bring her on for the smart people shit, y'all. Cause one thing about this bitch, she's smart and she gonna make me know.
Yeah, I'm about to send her some links.
She is.
Oh, I also wanna share a couple white people activities with y'all, because people like think a lot of the stuff I do is white, but it's really just to be healthy and be outside and like connect with nature.
And it could be black people activities. White people just picked it up and we just was
a couple weeks ago I took 20 black people kayaking, and my boyfriend was like, man, when I saw everybody on the river, I just felt like we was on a Nile somewhere, like working together.
Right.
Like, that's how it felt. Like, D and his people was in a canoe, like we had canoes, and everybody was like happy,
having fun,
doing shit that people would call white people shit. Like, I do yoga, I love yoga, and I'm always trying to take my friends to do yoga with me, because it's like, it's
me doing yoga.
Yeah, like it's transformative. It's good for your mind and your body and your spirit. Like, eat better. I know, like, this week I've been doing all right, but last week was tough, because I was like, I just was not eating all that good.
But I ain't gonna lie, it be like that sometimes. Sometimes you be tired, and I feel like that too. This week I be at I had rallies one time this week, but other than that, damn, fuck. Damn.
Like craving sweets and sweets. Another science thing, like the part of your brain that craves sweets craves crack. You know what I'm saying? Like they both
you know me and my sweet problem.
Yeah. So it's like when I crave sweets, that's like a signal to me to pull it in and be like, okay, what's really going on? Like, what's on your mind? Anytime you like your body is craving something, it's a response. So like
I feel like that too. I feel like when I just grab, like if I'm going through it or some bullshit just happened and I just randomly want to eat, I be like, calm the fuck down, bitch. Think about what's going on. Talk to God, because you're not even hungry. You have to start stressing. Mm-hmm. So I agree with you with that, bro.
Yeah, and I can't think of the part of the brain, but it's right here. The part of your brain that controls sensory is right next to the part of your brain that stores trauma. So when you're like in stress and like dealing with a traumatic experience or something, and you're craving like something crunchy, like I need something salty or I need something sweet, like that's a sensory thing, and that, like there's a signal going off here, it's right next to your trauma center, so it's like always good to pull it back and be like, well, what's really going on?
Right.
Like, why am I didn't eat any sweets last week, why all of a sudden do I want a donut and a Reese's cup and a icy?
Right.
I need something cold, I need a cool treat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And an icy with a bag of chips, that be busted. And the other night I went and picked mommy up from downtown. Me and Bentley went and picked mommy up. She would have got her some like, this is good.
Maybe that sweet and salty together or something, man.
It's delicious. It's delicious.
Yeah.
I hope y'all checked out my cooking video. And if we made it this far, I hope y'all like, sharing, and subscribing to my video as well. I hope that too. This was fun. She gonna come back, y'all. She gonna be back. She real smart.
Yeah, next time we gonna have like a real agenda. This is like all over. This is cool.
Yeah, all my episodes be all over the place. None of my episodes are planned. People be thinking that this is how every episode.
And they're like, oh, she got
people don't know. There's gonna be bullshit on there. Y'all would be surprised what be on these fucking notes.
All the questions?
Yeah, you brought up a lot of questions before I got the chance to ask, but that's just because we.
That's that Gemini shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Her daughter's birthday is the day before mine, and then it's my birthday, and then her birthday is the day after mine. Everybody knows the middle. That's like the middle of an Oreo cookie, the best part. So my birthday is the most valuable, and she always didn't have a problem with that. But
yeah, because by the time they get to my birthday, everybody's fucking tired of birthdays.
Yeah.
And
see, your daughter's the first one. She always gets the best.
I got a picture of that luau party we had, and y'all blew out the fucking candles. They didn't save me one candle on the cake, and that hurt my feelings. You should like.
Well, we'll get you a cake this year. Yeah, I got a new job. I can afford to buy her ass a cake.
Can you like link the picture somehow so they can see this?
What, the picture from the birthday?
Picture you bending over, blowing out the candles.
I hope I still got it.
I have the picture.
Oh yeah, I'll link it. We'll do it. We'll add it in here. We'll have it in the beginning or the end of that. We'll throw it in there. But what do you think our song of the week?
Have you listened to the new Beyonce at all?
It's nothing new. Something for us. One of our songs.
I'm a flirt.
Soon as I see her walk up in the club, I'm a flirt. And I roll up on them girls, I'm a flirt. Sometimes when my chick on the low, I'm a flirt. And when she's in her man looking at me, damn right, I'm a flirt.
So homie, don't bring your girl around me.
We will fuck up some words, but it don't matter because y'all know what we singing. And we do not support nothing that creepy ass niggas be doing, but good art is good art.
He was an artist, like
music is music, baby girl. So know that. And then our drink of the week is going to be Courting Two Sisters cocktail. Don't know what that means. I was hoping it was nothing.
Courting Two Sisters?
Yeah, I was praying to God it was nothing inappropriate.
You know what courting means?
It sounded sexual, was it?
Dating. Dating to marry. Who's dating to marry?
Oh God, well, this is just the cocktail of the week. Yes. It's 1.5 ounces of Dolan Blanc Vermont, 1.5 ounces of Dolan Road Vermont, 1/4 ounce of Tennessee Royale, and then just a orange twist for a card. Okay? It's a Courting Two Sisters cocktail. That's literally the name of the drink. Look it up. Courting Two Sisters. It's a cocktail.
When we leave here.
Okay, yeah, we about to go have us a little drinky drink. So, Mommy, if you watching, I'll be there after. All right? Bentley, I love you. I'll be there when I'm done.
Hey, baby.
But yeah, I forgot to. But yeah, our song of the day is R. Kelly. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube video.
The remix, though.
Yes, the remix. Yeah. I'm about to listen to that one.
Oh, yeah.
And make sure y'all tap in with her. Small business owners, people needing accounting services. Don't you help people get like nonprofits and shit started or no?
Yeah, I help with
all that
nonprofits,
one shit.
All of that. You can
and her consultation fee is very reasonable.
$45 for an hour. Back to school.
That's $80.
I don't know how much that is. I don't smoke, but it's an $80.
There. You already here first.
Yeah, you can follow me on IG at Driogi, Driyyogi. And my Facebook name, I'm not sure. I'm gonna get that out. I only got like 118 Facebook friends. I'm very like particular about who I am.
Right, that's how I am too.
I post my kids.
Right. But I'll make sure I post her information, and then if you got a business card, I'll post that information as well. So I will post all of her information, y'all. Make sure y'all tap in. So, and do you do virtual? Do they gotta live in Cincinnati?
Oh no, I do virtual. You can live wherever as long as you speak my language and I speak yours. I can help you. My office is in Coleraine. I'm there Mondays through Fridays. I do some Sundays there. If you have to meet me on a Saturday, I do charge an extra $15 because that's the only day I have to myself.
Right.
And I don't go to the office. I either do virtual or we can meet at like a poppin' little coffee shop, something like that.
Right. Okay. And are you ready for the question of the day?
Yes.
Okay. My question for you is, what is your favorite childhood memory? It ain't gotta be with me, but with me or DJ, I'm sure it's gonna be something with me. And it can be good or bad. It can just be something you remember like I'll never forget it. Anything. Just something you remember, a good memory.
Favorite child. I'm trying to think of one you gonna remember.
Okay. It's okay if I don't remember. It could be something funny, something crazy that happened, something fucked up. I got a couple actually.
I got a few. Can I give what you want? A fucked up or funny?
It's okay. Give whatever you want to give.
My favorite childhood memory was playing Mama's Home. Do you remember that game?
I remember playing all those games. Like, she only played with us when she was on punishment. This bitch ain't fuck with us for real. When she'd be on punishment, we would have so much fun. We'd be cooking. We'd be playing restaurants. The second my mom released this bitch, she was gone.
If I was 12 and you was 4, how fucking much can we play?
Well, you shouldn't have played with me at all, bitch.
No, Mama's Home, we play at Maria's house.
Well, I don't know.
So Mama's Home, like, and this is what's crazy about the grandparents these days. They don't watch their kids like our grandparents watched us.
Right.
But our grandparents didn't really watch us. The house was there, but they wasn't. So, like, all the cousins would get dropped off at my grandma's house, and one of us would go outside and count to 10, and the other 15 cousins would hide. And she would open the door and scream, "Mama's home," and then she was really fucked up now that I'm, like, saying this.
Yeah, I used to run around with a belt. Yeah,
And beat the shit out of whoever she called. And that's sad. Why do we accept that Mama's coming home and getting her ass beat?
Why y'all think black mothers from the 90s and fucking 80s always coming home with a damn problem?
Yeah, but I love playing Mama's Home because I always got picked first. And
she was a track star too. Yeah, she was fast.
Tetherball champ, all that. But yeah, I used to tap all the masses. Belts back then was made different. It was real leather.
And it was like a dedicated belt too. Like dedicated belt to get that ass beat. Shit. My favorite childhood memory, it's a few. I used to say fucking hurt my son. Like, my sister is my big sister. She gonna forever act like a big sister. But when it comes time for me to be hurt or something, she be freaking the fuck out. You remember that day I fell down the stairs and like passed out for a second? Day I fell down the stairs, passed out for a second. And then another time I hit my tooth on an exercise machine. But that's probably my favorite memory was when I passed out for a second. I was like going down the stairs, I was like, dude.
How did that happen?
I still to this day have no fucking idea.
I thought you was jumping and you hit the ceiling.
The top part, yes, I think it was like
Because Tim and Tim was over with.
I like passed out for like, it was like a very quick pass out. I probably didn't even pass out. It was like.
You passed out.
I did, cause I just remember you screaming. You was like, "Ah! Ah!"
Because Mama would have been home and beat my ass. She would have came.
Tell them the story about when you tripped DJ Tooth, knocked his tooth out.
I was thinking of that, but that just makes me sound like a bad person.
I was a big sister, like I said.
Well, Mommy was very tough on me, and I was on punishment a lot. So I, like, cleaned my room and made my bed, and this little fucking Ninja Turtle came and, like, turned the cartwheel or a back note or something on my bed, and like when he flipped, everything popped off. Sheets, the comforter, the pillow, everything. So I'm like, mommy outside cutting the grass. Like I hear the lawnmower this whole time. So I'm like, I don't remember if I cussed or what, but I like, man, you would have thought I was pitching a softball. I'm wearing my hand back. Bam! Hit him in his mouth and knock his teeth out. And my brother is indestructible to this day. You can't hurt him. He's strong. He will put a refrigerator on his back and still fight you and walk up the steps. Like,
and throw a dryer on his arm.
And that's scary. You can't beat this guy. So, like, I punched him in the mouth. I don't even know if that's called punch. What is that? It wasn't an uppercut because I whammed my.
It's just a punch. It ain't no dedicated name. You just got it there. She whacked it that name.
I knocked out his front top 2 teeth. And he was so excited to go tell me, you know, I'm about to get my ass beat. He was like, I'm telling you. Blood was like leaking. His teeth was in his hand, and he ran outside and told on me. And I heard him lawnmower stop. I'm about to get my ass beat, even though I was in here minding my business, like cleaning up and shit. Now I'm about to get my ass beat.
But remember that time I accidentally slammed your toe in the door and you had to go be sleepy?
I still got the thing on here. Like, you can still, look.
I bet I touched your motherfucking foot, but I see
Took
it.
a shower.
Look at her little ass feet, y'all.
Yeah, she split my damn toe.
Just like my big sister, she like the opposite. Look at that episode.
What?
But I want to thank y'all for tuning in with Vitamin D with the T. Make sure y'all tap in with my accountant sister, or if you got a dead body you need to handle, you know what I'm saying? But thank y'all for tapping in.
Go outside and do something for your body.
You heard.
Go put your feet in the grass, take your
Yeah.
shoes off, eat you something
Pray.
that grew off a tree,
Right.
pray, meditate, do some yoga. Matter of fact, I ain't checked the weather. If it don't rain tomorrow, meet me at Summit Park in Blue Ash. They got free yoga, 5:30. I got like 8 mats in my truck. I'm always in the back.
I might tap in.
Come see me.
I might tap in. Yeah, but thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel and my YouTube channel. Check out the other videos. I love y'all so much. Peace.